Okay, so let's just dive into it. This was a build-around submission for Delver of Secrets plus Thermo-Alchemist, which kind of work well together in a way. So Delver encourages you to put a bunch of instants and sorceries into your deck, and then Thermo-Alchemist encourages you to cast a lot of instants and sorceries. A very natural third threat past these two then becomes Smoldering Egg, wanting us to cast lots of instants and sorceries so we can get triggers on the back of the Ashmouth Dragon, kind of like a big Thermo-Alchemist in a way. And then we've just got other blue-red cards, right? We've got Expressive Iteration and Memory Deluge for card advantage. We've got Prismari Command and Cathartic Pyre for some main deck interaction. We've got some Alrund's Epiphanies here for taking some extra turns. This single-handedly also flips over Smoldering Egg. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see how it goes. I am thoroughly expecting Delver of Secrets decks to be a thing on this stream with some consistency. They're certainly a fan favorite. All right, chat. Delver on one and an untapped Snarl. What more could you ask for? Yeah, the mono black decks are splashing blue off of treasures, which is really, really funny. Everybody's favorite fugitive wizard, chat. Twitch chat. We were a little under 50% to flip on turn 2. We were exactly 50% to flip on turn 3. There's 26 flips in my deck right now. We're over 50% to flip this turn. Morning, Mike. You don't get to have untapped Snarls and flip Delvers. That's fair. Harsh, but fair. Well, I guess I'm gonna convert this Shatterskull Smashing into a deal 3, huh? Yeah, basically Lightning Strike.
The strong, we will slay our enemies.
Okay.
I will. My power is for annihilation.
And then we're outclassed on average card quality from this point, but you know, I do have a bunch of Expressive Iterations and Memory Deluges in my deck. So So there is a chance.
Do what I demand.
There is a chance we can still grind through this. Twitch is blaming a server error for the memory leak. I feel like that's worse than... That's got to be worse than an internal leaking stuff, right? Yeah, I think we kill, and then we drew...
Subservience will be rewarded.
Server configuration change that exposed some data. That's really bad. It really does, Beansy.
Aren't I generous? Oh, you'll fall into my web again.
Yeah, it's worse. It's worse than an insider threat. Thanks for posting the link. If I seen CGB's video, yeah, I'm gonna put more effort into YouTube. I expected the ceiling on Magic YouTube to be much lower than that. And if I could turn my revenue stream into ad-based instead of direct subscriber-based so people could keep their money, that'd be great. But I assumed the ceiling was for Magic YouTube stuff was like a third of what he posted. I'm gonna put a touch more effort into that content moving forward. My loose plans are to continue doing what I'm already doing. God, fuck this card, chat. Why is it so bad? Why is it so bad? All right, we can be done now. Listen, chat, it had been a few days since I'd accepted a Delver deck, okay? It had been a few days. I'd forgotten. Yeah. So, as of this morning, people who are fans of my Pokemon Unite content, I'm moving my Pokemon Unite daily highlight videos to their own YouTube channel. And then I'm also going to start a third channel where I'm going to start posting a daily Magic deck highlight. Where I'm going to take one deck each day and I'm going to do the intro, the outro, and then 2 to 3 matches that highlight that deck well, basically getting rid of, you know, the random garbage matches that occur every set. And we'll see how that goes. I think doing that will take me like half hour to an hour each day, which shouldn't be too terrible. Yeah, so the way YouTube works, and I've described this before, which I've talked about why I never really invested a lot of energy into. Let's finish sideboarding here. I think I'm going to cut these considers. Is that the filler? I don't just want to cut the Delver of Secrets every match, even though I want to. I want to play the Delvers so we can see that they're bad. Let's do this. Sorry. So the way YouTube works is YouTube penalizes you for uploading multiple videos in a day, and YouTube penalizes you for having viewers on your channel not click into everything that you upload. So if I want to do, so just putting stuff in playlists on the same channel, meaning people ignore the content that they don't care about on that channel, means that the channel basically gets ignored by the YouTube algorithm. So having one channel with like a Pokemon Unite highlight each day, even if it's watched less than my Magic content, would likely get promoted more if the people sub to that channel are watching that short video every day. And then similarly for a Magic highlight video, you know, I upload, my current channel, I upload so many decks that even people that are huge Magic fans can't, generally speaking, watch everything that I post. What's going on, Poofed? My understanding is they didn't have actual password links, so that's good. Maybe. Look at all these untapped snarls. Thanks for the follow, Blackhearted. Good morning. Hi, Shin. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. Drax, I think I missed your tier 2 a second ago. Sorry about that. Welcome back for the 31st month. Getting punished here a little bit. I mean, I'm supposed to just hold up stroke when they're heading into this turn rewarded. I go ahead and jam Moonveil, I think. This could be greedy, but like next turn I can do both of these, which is nice. Yeah, and for the record, I don't really intend to do anything different on the YouTube channel I already have. Like, I'm pretty content with what that channel's doing, other than moving the Unite highlights to a different channel, but all the Magic stuff on my main youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland is going to stay the same. I'm just going to do a couple of other things in addition to that. Interesting to see if we lose the Stroke or the Command tier. Thanks for the 8 months, Glacier. Do they have another discard spell? And then we just get to go ahead and take a hit from the Chariot here. They'll make a cat, they'll gain some life. The next turn we can command, kill the Chariot and a cat. Yeah, probably Ren. It could just be another Chariot too, because another Chariot would make 2 more cats. Kill this, shatter this. Let's put a stop wherever we are. Let's just enter full control mode actually. So we can respond to our own trigger. Forgot the Discord notification? I did, I totally did. Man, I thought I did it. I must have clicked and responded to something else. I definitely clicked into Discord when I started this morning. Stone Cold nothing? Well, that seems very good for us. Probably should have attacked with this last turn, huh? Oh, did I forget to click this at the end of their turn? Might have. I did it. Good pass, Jeff. I'm gonna play another one of these out because they keep the cats at bay and help us race here. Nice Witherbloom Campus and Layer of the Hydra. It's good stuff. This is exceptionally greedy in their deck. I don't think Lair is bad. I think playing other creature lands is fine, but like putting this in your snow deck is pretty greedy. So I think we just churn some cards here. We'll do this, and then I'm going to go ahead and say, deal 2 to you, I loot. Because we'll get to discard our hand here, and then so we'll discard this, draw 2, and then loot 2. Yeah, I just don't think you need that many dual lands in that deck, Cody. Or at the very least, if you think you need that many dual lands in that deck, you need to give up the snow theme Nocti. It's just trying to do too many things at once. All right, so we won the game where we didn't draw a Delver. You should never be remembering any passwords other than the one password to your password manager. It's 2021, chat. Every account you use needs to have a unique password. Every account. Data breaches and spills and leaks like that are all too common. Hacking, people messing up. You should not have to run and change a bunch of passwords at a bunch of different sites when an issue like that comes up. There's a password manager built right into Google Chrome. If you're using an inferior web browser, there's other dedicated password managers you can use. Chill on the Disdainful Stroke here. Twitch, okay, and by the way, Twitch told me my auto-generated Google password wasn't sufficiently strong. I clicked ignore because it was plenty sufficiently strong. It was like 12 characters or something like that and a bunch of randomness, so like, it was fine. I think I let this resolve and then just Shatter Shock. I don't know. I don't like to go to 20 because sometimes you do actually have to type it in places. And I just use whatever the default recommended is. Am I iterating this turn? So if I iterate this turn, I basically have to take a land. Whereas if I wait to iterate next turn, we could take a spell. So I think I'm going to go tap land pass here. Yeah, after a certain point, the amount of time it takes to brute force your password has fairly diminishing returns. So, hand, library, exile. Need to consider some options, then play a land to hold up iteration here. I'm gonna decline on that actually. Let's draw that, and then next turn I'll have 6 mana, and we can go egg while still holding stroke up. Or if they play something for us to stroke next turn, we can go egg expressive iteration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Blood on the snow now. Do 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 do. Then Foretell stopped the egg flip. I mean, Iteration would have flipped it after. Yikes. Big yikes. Alright, now imagine if this Delver of Secrets was a playable Magic card. Just think about it. Think about if this Delver was a playable card. I think I'd rather Stroke here. Like most of their things negate covers. Leave a bird back so that way I can block their creature land with it. We have drawn a lot of lands this game. What? We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 lands in 39 card or in 21 cards. About half. Oh, and they just get to Skullport Merchant kill my Delver now, right? Yeah. Yikes. Rats. They found the onboard trick, chat. We're done for. Well, I mean, I don't think playing the Savannah Vampire would be good either. We just play, like, a good spell instead. Like, replacing my individually weak Delver of Secrets with a different individually weak 1-drop is not where really where I want to be in life. Alright, let's iterate myself here, huh? To continue treading water, 0 Memory Deluges, and the top half of our deck is Big Sad. Definitely the best card we could draw at the moment. I mean, we got a bunch of pings off our redraws, so like whatevs. I'm doing some damage. We have a Negate for this 7 mana spell. Hey, Smash Jacks, thank you for the 11 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Morning, Uncle Jeff. Thanks for the over 2 years. It might just be a fire up 2 Den of the Bugbears and Smash next turn if we brick. This is a 5 ball. They're effectively at 6. They have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. That pretty effectively stonewalls our Buggy Bears. What's our best draw? Alrund's Epiphany, probably. Yeah, they tapped off a field. So if I fire up the Dens of the Bugbear, they block 4 of my things, and then take 2 down to 4, and then I hit them for 1 down to 3, so that's not good enough, so we just have to like play this and pass. Thank you for the 3.5 years, Anti-Trumpet. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. And we offer you an egg in this trying time, right? Ooh. We're killing my Alchemist. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if we draw a Memory Deluge, they're dead. 10, level of 12 mana here. They are out of cards. Hey, thanks for the 29 months, Zer. Welcome back. This is aggressive. I guess I have to block like this. All right, so we won the game where we never drew a Delver very handily, and the game where we drew 2 1/1s for 1, we got shoved into a trash can. What's going on, OB Winter? Thanks for the 9 months. My artist that I'm working with said that they think they should have everything together for the overlay and stuff, like the end of next week. So the sub badges are done. We're just gonna roll out all the branding stuff different. What happened to the 2 creature lands? Well, they weren't lethal. They had a blocker and they had They had a blocker and they had a Field of Ruin. So like I could hit them for 2 there, and then I was dead on the backswing. Oh, that was a punt. That's fine. We'll play tap land Smoldering Egg next turn. Thanks, Anarchy. It's actually a Magic-themed RJ t-shirt. It's a play on their stuff from Coalescence Apparel. Make a lot of good stuff. I want another iteration. We'll throw this over here, and then we'll bolt this in and Cathartic Pyre the painter here. Elevator gag? Nah, just an old man that needs to stretch his legs. Hey, thanks for the 17-month scout. Library exile. The eggs are very good, chat. I don't think Delver is very good, but I do think Izzet Spells is strong. Consider this. Good night. They're a little bit more creature based. I don't know that I necessarily want a bunch of counter spells. Heated Debate's probably a bit better than Cathartic Pyre. Deals 4, which can kill Goldspan dragons, which is nice. Let's try this. Nice Mace Stun, bro. Thanks for the prime. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Opponent in scrambles from our eggs. God bless. Alright, this is fine. Alright, didn't get my mountain duress on 1. Success. It's the little things, chat. I think I do lead on the island this time because I want an iteration next turn, most likely. And I can't iteration on 2 before I play my land if I play the Den of the Bugbear. I'm gonna block here. We get punished if they have Shambling Ghast and to sacrifice it, but I don't think I'm supposed to play around that combination of cards with neither of them in play. Light up the Night, sure. That was gonna kill something at some point anyways. Just got a little extra resource efficiency out of it here. Looking for an untapped blue so we can play Delver. Wow, that's incredibly unlucky. Yikes. Your expressive iteration is just a bad anticipate. I guess at least we didn't fully brick this time, but we're still not happy about it. We're just too far behind at this point. I think I'm happy with how I sideboarded. I'm gonna attempt to draw some lands this time on time. I get Smoldering Egg going first. Getting counters on this seems more important than getting a couple extra pings early with these. If I draw a land next turn, I'm going to play this to start. If we brick on the land, we'll iteration, because we want to try and hit our land drops every turn. Alright, well. Okay, you know, I'll take a tap Snarl, honestly. It's much better than bricking here. Software QA is super important, good nuts. Without software QA, programmers have to debug their own stuff. Have to make sure their stuff all works themselves, and that doesn't sound pleasant. Why would you want that? The trick to drawing lands is having an unflipped Delver in play. Mood. I feel like this is one of the cards I've missed the most on in recent memory when it comes to card evaluation from new sets. I was not expecting this card to be so much better than Village Rites, but it's a lot better than Village Rites, chat. Being able to sacrifice artifacts in addition to it making you an artifact is just so good. Our answers to this gold span. I think I'm just playing this to start getting more damage going. It could be right to foretell this too, though, because then I could potentially cast it the turn after. They have third gold span dragon here. We're in a lot of trouble. Light Up the Night's a sweet payoff in your Goldspan Dragon deck. Just getting to fireball people. So we're dead. Predator attacks for 4. I guess I deal 2 and I loot, and we hope to... Actually, I should loot, make a treasure, because if I loot, make a treasure, I could draw Heated Debate. I have 3 Heated Debates and 1 Thundering Rebuke in my deck right now. It's the same Shocking Them's not a viable out, because shocking them would do 2, 3, 4, leaving them at 5, so not quite lethal. So I gotta make a treasure and draw 2, discard 2. Alright, that'll do it. Again, had our Delver of Secrets done something other than just die that game, you know, it's so tough for a card like that to be worthwhile in these games. If it just doesn't do enough, it feels like you're just eating a removal spell and gaining. I feel like decks like this, especially in Standard, don't care about tempo enough for having your 1-drop die to their 2-mana spell be a good enough exchange. And Simon. Hope is fading, chap. Get our untapped snarls, chat. They're so powerful. I don't know what card you're referring to, turn 3 Tron. Now before we forget. I mean, these are basically 1-mana time walks, right? We've been unsummoned 3 times, and then eventually our opponent will take 4 extra turns. pretty happy with our hand for the time being. Yeah, honestly, Lambton, it feels like they could fix a lot of the extra turn issues in Magic by just being like, by the way, you can't stack up extra turns anymore. That's not allowed. It wouldn't fix all of the problems with Epiphany, but it would make at least this dedicated turns deck nonsense. Molly Girl, we in danger. I don't even think I know that reference, Hamlin. It's a pop culture reference that goes above and beyond me. Hey, Demonic Tutor, thanks for the prime. There's a ton of great places you can drop that off at every single month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending it this way this month. Main deck test of talents. What a healthy and totally not inbred format. That's fine. We're not a dedicated turns deck. We have a bunch of things that attack. Why is it impossible to steal the Halloween candy? Because you should always have some Twix up your sleeve. Thanks for the Halloween biddies, Ryan. Test of Talents is better than main deck Aether Gust. I disagree, actually. I don't have any counter spells in hand anyways, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this and resolve my Deluge. Man, that's a bad Deluge. So they have 7 lands. They do this. Yeah, they take a bunch of extra turns here. Hey, no problem, Bradley. Glad to have been a part of it. So, we have to jump block. They have another turn after this. We're just super dead, right? Hey, thanks for 3/4 of a year, Mitchell. Welcome back. Okay, so let's cut these spells that play to the board and bring in a number of counter spells and run it back. Morton Sardnox, thanks for the 25 months. 1990, it's even older than me, Hamblin. It's from a different century. Yeah, I'm from 91, shit. January 91. I am 30 years old. Coming up on 31 real soon. Yeah, I mean, this is fine, right? Needs to draw a 3rd land. Well, chat, we failed to draw a third land, and we failed to draw an Expressive Iteration, and we failed to draw a Consider. Tonight, that's how it goes. Think I'd rather play Alchemist than Delver out so we can start pinging them. We should have played the Delver to guaranteed we draw lands. Yep. Mood. I think I'm just passing because Burn Down the House is already going to get me. Oh, they're a dragon deck. It's interesting. A lot of the combo turns decks aren't playing dragon. And again, just like, you know, if the Delver was like a spell that did stuff, it'd be okay here. Eh, probably not, honestly. We're pretty dead and far behind at this point. Man, this card is free 99 with Goldspan in play. Alright, and then we're dead to a turn spell. Hit me, dealer. Ooh, I get a turn? I don't think we could do anything with our turn, though, right? Alright, I'm gonna give this one more try before we write it off, but this deck definitely just feels like a worse version of the other blue-red decks in the format. We've got similar good things going on while also playing a selection of bad cards. Delver's a 3/2 with Suspend through. That's a great way to think about it, honestly. Whoa, we did it, fam. We did it. All right, this is it. This is like the nuts draw, right? We had our threat on 1, we had our threat on 2. Can we win this game? Take a treasure, I'll break your Cletus. Probably should have played a tap land this turn. It's fine. Bolting ourselves isn't likely to be relevant here. Got me. So gets untapped Menorco. They're going to 5. Burning down the house. Woo! Into the red zone we go. Creature lands, ladies and gentlemen. creature lands. Ornn and Palpatine. Thanks for the follow. So, Grixis control. Grixis turns, most likely. Negates and Hermit sound good. Honestly, I think I'm going to cut our turn spells here. Like, tapping out for something that expensive is likely to get countered seems bad. Just try and pull the curve down a bit here. Be more interactive. Yeah, I mean, Delver definitely beat them down there. Or 4 dead, the mono red deck that won the Legacy Challenge over the weekend. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't really mind Blood Booning yourself off of that card because you have Blood Boon in play. Your opponent's not playing Magic anyways. We lead on Thermo-Alchemist here, because even if we consider next turn, we could go Smoldering into consider and circuiting those counters, and then the Thermo-Alchemist cannot be summoning 6, so we can go ahead and start pinging them. Read. 'Twas a Zerg. Thanks for the entire year. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Opponent's turn to miss land drops. Goes around, comes around. I'm gonna chill on this consider, because again, I wanted to get an extra damage off of this and get a counter on the Smoldering Egg. The Cletus is here, chat. We're looking for a Prismari Command. Nailed it. Honestly, I kind of like my hand. I think I'm just going to shock them. Got me. Third unsummon resolves. Yeah, I think we're racing enough that the damage is worth more than the treasure to me here. Hey, thanks for the 25 months, Caker. I appreciate the prime. Hey, Blue-Red Delver. Is this where your path to redemption begins? Always count on Grixis, chat, to stop in and make our deck that's struggling feel good about itself. I mean, I don't think Fading Hope is strictly bad inside of the control decks. Being an efficient answer to a Renin 7 token has a lot of value. And you gotta remember, a lot of the control decks of this format are actually Epiphany combo decks. So, like, they're a combo control deck at their core, which changes, like, the face value of something like an Unsummon. Having a breakthrough, chat. It's a real eureka moment. And we'll get to foretell all of these, which means the main deck test of talents won't be a big deal this time around. Have you heard about my birds? I said a birds. Bird's the word. I said a birds. Is there any way to interact with the foretell cards other than counter spells? Nope. That's a big part of the fundamental problems with this format. Is the lack of, take our 6th land, the lack of clean ways for you to interact with Epiphany. It has forced most of the decks into playing blue. So 2, 4, 6, I could hit for 12 here. Yeah, it's probably good enough. Just get these resolved. Caca! Caca! Just flip our opponent the bird here a couple of times. Burning down the house. Whoo! Listen, chat, I've only got 3 Epiphanies in my deck. There's a good chance that my opponent has all 4 in theirs, so, like, I'm the good guy here, okay? Or maybe I'm more like Batman. I'm not really a hero so much as I just exist and I do things. And library exile. I think I'm supposed to take the Thermo actually instead of the Delver. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to take the Thermo-Alchemist there actually. Mistakes were made. Yeah, our card advantage selection has not been particularly great today. My body is ready for them to take 3 to 4 turns in a row here. Why does Galvanic Iteration flash back, chat? Why does it flash back? Hey, Assassin, thanks for the entire year. Welcome back. Oh, cue carnival music, chat. Cue carnival music. Taking out my turn spells, because I think the access we need to fight this matchup on is our counter spells. Fire design, chat. Fuck it, ruin everything. Oh, man. Croakies is playing best of one. Is that the secret? If we go play best of one, is there less Epiphany there? Is that the secret big brain play? No, there's Epiphany in best of one as well. Yikes. There's tons in best of one. There's no music here, but we have a dragon growling in the background. There's Epiphany, so there's no sideboards to stop it. There are dragons. Yeah, that bad dragons. Oh, by the way, while we're sitting here waiting, for people that are fans of my Pokemon Unite stuff, starting today, I've moved my daily Pokemon Unite videos to a separate YouTube channel. So that youtube.com/Oglandia highlights I'd used for Runeterra stuff in the past is gonna be just one dedicated Unite video every single day. So it'll make it easier for people to find, and for people that are interested in just that, will be a dedicated spot for it. I mentioned this earlier in the stream too, but I'm also going to be spending a little bit more time on Magic YouTube stuff moving forward, I think. And I think I'm going to be putting up a dedicated channel for just a one Magic deck per day highlight that'll have some editing and downtime cut out of things to make more condensed videos. I just want all the Memory Deluges. They have eggs themselves, eh? Yeah, for people that are fans of my current YouTube setup, and I'm sure many of you are, that's why you're here. I'm not planning to change the current channel that I already have outside of no longer posting Pokemon stuff there. So all of All of the stuff I've always done with that channel is just going to do there. Now, it's going to be a little bit different than the deck of the day. It'll be kind of in that same vein. It'll be a little bit more concise than what I was doing for deck of the day. My plan loosely is to post the intro, the outro, and then 2 to 3 matches depending on how long those matches are on the second Magic channel. I'm going to put up, and I'm going to put that together later tonight. Yeah, because even when we have a good deck, right, like Magic has a lot of garbage games in it, so like cutting out the matches where that happens seems ideal. No, I don't really have an interest in producing Magic Online content. Magic Online content is a very niche audience that I'm not going to be looking to leverage anymore. I have another Deluge in hand, so I think I just want the cheap spells at this point. Definitely want this land, obviously. And for people asking why start other YouTube channels, YouTube punishes you in terms of promoting your content if you don't have people click on every video on your channel. And the current channel that I have has uploads so much that nobody is ever going to click on everything. So my YouTube channel explicitly doesn't have growth because, well, YouTube just assumes if you're subbed to someone and you're not watching all of their stuff, they're not making good content. And for the record, I don't expect people to change their behavior. I don't really want you to like click on videos you're not interested in. I'm just sharing why I'm making the express decision to split my stuff up over a couple of channels. Yeah. Alright, so this thing's flipping over. If we could draw another 1-mana spell, we can kill their egg. Land does it too, right? Yeah, we're about to run away with this. So now I can Prismari Command, make a treasure, shoot this, and then use the treasure to consider shoot this. So pretty firmly in the driver's seat here, he says, before his opponent takes 4 extra turns. Oh, I also just deal 2, right? Let's do that. No, I have no interest in Metroid games. Someone asked about Borderlands. I'm not really into loot grinding games. Borderlands is very Diablo-esque, and I'm not into games where you're supposed to like sit there and grind for equipment to get an optimal experience. Kind of past that point in my life. Just playing through the story would probably be fine. I don't dislike story shooters. Let's get rid of that. I can do better. I played the original Borderlands back in the day. I don't think I ever played through the subsequent ones, though. I don't mind shooters in general. I'm not big on turn-based games outside of card games, RPi. I guess we sack this to stop it from getting exiled. We could die here, chat. We could be dead. There is a chance we don't take another turn before we die. Yeah, this is an attack for 2, and then 2 attacks for 6. Yeah, I haven't decided what variety game I'm starting next. Probably starting something next week. We're doing Unite today and tomorrow again, because Sylveon released this week, but might start a new variety thing next week. I have a few things that I've bought on sale at various points. I think I actually own Borderlands 2. I'd have to check my Steam library. I'm pretty sure that's buried in there. That was some sweet gameplay here from my opponent. Some really sweet gameplay. Yeah, I'm gonna be done with this deck, so I am not going to take money to play Delver of Secrets anymore. It's just not good in any of the arena formats, chat. Our deck's just a worse version of what that last opponent's deck was doing. Our deck was better every time we didn't draw a Delver of Secrets. It's just not. It's not good enough. This kind of tempo-y card isn't the type of gameplay that's good in Standard right now. And yeah, I don't have anything other to say than it's bad. And I wish I had something more constructive to say. But you should, like, this is better Delver of Secrets in Standard. Is just a way to put it. It's a card that pays you off for casting a bunch of instants and sorceries. And yeah. I mean, the blue-white tempo deck isn't... The blue-white tempo deck, this deck is, like, fundamentally different than trying to play one threat and, like, ride it to victory, right? Like, this is, I guess you could call it tempo-y as well, but, like, what this deck is doing in terms of the scaling threats is fundamentally very different than what Delver of Secrets is trying to accomplish by playing one very mana-efficient threat and ride it down till the end. So I think this deck is great. But it's fundamentally very different than, like, what a Delver deck is trying to accomplish. Yeah, blue-red dragons, blue-red turns, they're all just better versions of what this deck is doing.